Hi, good evening. How are you? How are you? I didn't hear you. Okay. I'm Gene Rossi, and I'm the new kid on the block. For 27 years, I was in love with two people. One of them's here tonight, Diane Rossi. Is Diane here? My wife, Diane, 31 years. 27 of those 31 years, I was in love with Lady Justice. I worked for the U.S. Department of Justice. And Don Beyer, you're one of my heroes. I humbly add number 11 to your top 10 list. Are you ready? Jeff Sessions should be fired. Not only that, Jeff Sessions should be investigated for perjury and obstruction of justice. It kills me. I retired from Lady Justice last July after 27 great years. Did lots of cases. And it kills me that that department is now run by a man whom I consider less than capable to do justice. And I'm going to get to that in a moment. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a lifelong Democrat. A lifelong Democrat. Born and raised. And I have a passion for protecting people. And that passion came from the 27 years where I faced this flag in federal courts, in hundreds of trials and thousands of hearings. And I said, Gene Rossi for the United States. And what that meant to me was, I was a voice for those who could not speak for themselves. Victims alive and dead, the ignored and forgotten. And as your Lieutenant Governor, I will be a voice for all those people in Virginia who can't speak for themselves. And I can think of 400,000 people in Virginia right now that are screaming for health care. The ones who aren't covered, is this working?
Yeah.
The ones who aren't covered by health insurance, Medicaid. I had somebody about 2 minutes ago ask me about my position on ACA. It's personal. In 2009.
Speak up!
Speak up? Hello?
Yeah, there you go.
I actually gave a rally in front of 1,200 people in Richmond without a mic, okay? In 2009, our daughter Lee came within hours and seconds of dying. She had a lymphoma over her heart, the size of a cantaloupe. Good news is, after 7 months of treatment and a great Blue Cross program, mine, she's cured. Cured. In 2013. And I don't know where Susan is, but she mentions a daughter. My daughter wants to be President of the United States, okay? In 2013, tragedy struck me. I had a doctor who told me that I had a 50-50 chance to live at best. That I am speaking to you as a candidate for Lieutenant Governor of Virginia as Government Exhibit A, that he is wrong. I went through my own high-dose problem, treatment, a rare blood disease. I kicked that disease, and I have a brand new supply of blood, all new blood. Now, the Democratic Party is always looking for new blood. I submit to you, I have more new blood than any politician in American political history. So I want to go to that question that the voter asked me. What's my position on ACA? Do I have to explain that? Repeal and destroy? Obviously I'm against it, because if I didn't have health insurance, if my daughter didn't have health insurance, we would not be alive. My daughter turns 26 tomorrow. Tomorrow. And you all know what happens tomorrow. She has to leave my blue, and she has a pre-existing. So this is personal to me. And what Donald Trump is trying to do with Paul Ryan and the other people on the Republican side, I am going to fight. As much as I can as Lieutenant Governor, I'm going to fight. Let's talk about women's rights. We have to resist Trump on women's rights. I was raised by a single mom. My dad was an orphan when he was 15. He started a small business, lumber business, and he passed away when I was 10. He passed away when I was 10 very suddenly. And my mother was a single mom. All my Italian grandparents who came from Ellis Island, they had passed away. It was just my mom, Alma Marie Girolami Rossi, raising 4 unruly Rossi boys. And I was the youngest, and I was the most unruly. And I was so unruly, I almost flunked out of high school. I almost flunked out of high school because I devoted more time to the lumber yard than to the library, more time to the business than the books. And what am I doing now? I finished 27 years with the Justice Department. I've been an educator and a teacher for 20 years. I teach trial advocacy at Harvard Law School. Do I believe in second chances for young kids who get in trouble? Criminal justice reform? Young kids who get that felony and misdemeanor? Do I believe in giving them second chances so they can be productive members of society? You are right. Do I believe in giving persons who lost their right to vote in Virginia, felons, do I believe that they should get the right to vote if they comply with the laws after they leave confinement? You're darn right. I want to end with this because I don't want to get the hook. I can feel the hook. I can feel the hook. Kate has the hook. I want to end with this. I learned to be passionate about protecting people. And as your lieutenant governor, I want to be passionate about protecting the rights that I just talked about. I want to be passionate about criminal justice reform, attacking the opioid crisis, that Hollywood did a documentary about my life's work and my trial called Dr. Feelgood. I want to be passionate on many things, but here's the most important thing I want to be passionate on. I want to go across Virginia, and I want to be passionate for those who can't be heard. All those voters that went to Trump, all those voters that were disgruntled with the Democrats, I want to go to them, I want to listen, I want to talk to them, and I want to be their voice. And if you honor me with this nomination, I guarantee you, as much as I guaranteed I would beat that disease that I was told I was going to die from, I guarantee you that if you elect me, I will be the most passionate voice, excluding Lieutenant Governor Don Beyer, I will be the most passionate voice the state of Virginia has ever had in the position of Lieutenant Governor, other than Ralph and Don, of course. Other than Ralph, Doug Wilder. Hey, did you notice this? All the great lieutenant governors were Democrats. Did you notice that? But here's what I want to end with. I asked for your vote. I know I'm the new kid on the block. I know you don't know me. But in the next 3.5 months, you're going to get to know me. And at the end of the day, you're going to realize this Italian kid who grew up under a single mom has the passion to be your proud lieutenant governor. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.